Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics. The crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
First carry now for David Montgomery. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Jim. Check. Go.
He'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
On 2nd and a long way to go. Garoppolo. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing a ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check pass. Check pass. Switch. Shift.
2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most right-handed. That's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
At the 38-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
He's checking.
Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Something looked weird there up front. The offensive linemen, it looks like they weren't on the same page.
Yeah, every play design has a huge element of trust that everyone's going to do their job. But if one person doesn't and you have a breakdown, everything goes to rubble.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
At their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. That's it. Fresno.
They'll look to throw here. Going deep this time for Miller. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Here we go. 180. 58, right there. Here we go.
On first down, here's Breida. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
11.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go. Like 20. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? Heavy?
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To throw is Garoppolo. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And really, they're pretty fortunate right now to only be down 3-0 following 2 turnovers. They've got it now first and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Showing up. Check 50.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
All day, just like that. Watch it. Switch. Echo. Mike 56. Army. What up? 56.
He'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. He just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
56 is the mic. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
They'll drop the throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down.
That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Garoppolo looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And out across midfield down to the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Breida. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Now how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Kyle Shanahan, an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Say.
They're going to look to throw. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision.
This is intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now a first down throw complete downfield. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Set the touch.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo taking a shot for Samuel. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return is Cohen. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. They'll throw down final play. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They run with Breida. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check back. Check it back.
They'll toss it to Breida. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Man left. Everyone, you got 4 down. 65. 58 for Mike. 58.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. And an alley to run. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. A gain of 10 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Black 80. 12, fellas. Here we go. Let's make these babies cry on the way back home.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. 180. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. 21. 58, come on. Hey, Steve 6. 12.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Lucky. Go, Mike. Ready, go.
2nd and 11.
6-man.
That's complete to Robinson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their... First, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Let's go. 15-90. I'm going to run you over. Check three. Shoot. Single.
Now back to throw. Completes it to Miller. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Tight dog. Big edge. Go.
2nd and 2. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. D Ford in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
You got nothing today. One side. Come on. Check nine. Kill. Watch the eye. Drop. Mike's 54. 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Let's go.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
58, boy. 58, Mike.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual.
And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight, and this one is going to be a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 31-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. The screen pass here to Cohen. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
They'll drop the throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, his 2nd touchdown of the night as the Bears push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Here's Bryant for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next to score, Bears 23, 49ers 3.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and that'll bring up second down.
Here we go. 60 out low. 54. Right, 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he'll be out right at the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
They go play action here on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, watch it, watch it. Watch that. 56 to Mike.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
She run. Watch twist. Watch twist. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Mike's 56.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Here comes Pettis on the return. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To try again after the sack. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Garoppolo now. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive, there he hits the reliable target. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Get away. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. Wait. Get hot.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. There you go.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Niners' 35-yard line.
Check. Watch 54. Hey, pick it up, defense. That's him.
And they will take a knee here.
The quarterback keeps it.
Here we go.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Chicago, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.